arguing at first. That's what they was arguing about. Jay Prince Jr. was trying to tell Quavo that he had to up 50 bands or more to pay for the security because they had the car there. They had picked them up in the slab. They took them around 5th Ward. So what they do is actually they take them to the hood, and then later on in the invoice, they add that as an extra cost. They're like, yeah, we took you to 5th Ward in the hood. That's more dangerous. That's hazard pay and double. Everybody gets overtime on that. So they really over here like trying to actually throw and tack on all these different expenses, saying and covering it up as if it was security expenses, or like they done got chauffeured through the town in a convoy or something like that. Those aren't nothing, man. All they had to do was literally pick up a Chevy and throw the dude in, and no one was going to do anything anyways. No one was going to do anything anyways. Not until people start going out to the club, not until people start shooting dice games, not until people start acting a fool or being out too late, and then they end up getting in a situation where folks run up on them. So what y'all got to realize is that they pretty much got them into a whole thing. If you really think about it, Quavo and Takeoff, they couldn't really ride their own cars. They didn't bring their own cars. So the fact that they offered them saying we could pick y'all up from the whole hotel and everything like that, take you around the city, what they really did was that they made it so where they had to stay with them the whole time. And because they had to stay with them the whole time, they pretty much drove him to that party and said, no, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. We got this birthday party for y'all. Y'all got to come out. They probably even try to finesse him and say that they will pay him like a fee to do a show, or to just show up, you know, to promote it or something. Like they probably was thinking that Migos was going to fall for that trick and that they will come to that birthday party so that they could get a little bit of bread for showing up. But the charges that Jay Prince Jr. is actually charging Quavo for doing the security work for him and for doing the whole entire dice game where they finessed them. They basically took their money, guys. And so that's why that whole argument started with Quavo and Jay Prince Jr. inside. And y'all are figuring it all out because of the fact that everybody knows Jay Prince Jr. has something to do with the situations with Boosie, Duke the Jeweler, and now you got in the whole situation with Takeoff. And this is the last straw for people because now they're looking at it like, no, they don't trust Houston no more. It used to be cool to go there and whatnot. And now it's like, what reason do I have going there? It's just like trying to go to like somewhere in LA where they really like will run up on rappers on sight. Going somewhere like that and hanging around that same group that Jay Prince Jr. did is just like how P&B Rock went to Roscoe's. It's like asking for trouble. So y'all already know what it is, man. This whole thing is breaking, and like everybody's figuring out that the whole Mobb ties and Jay Prince Jr. and the dude with the birthday party went home early because he knew what was about to happen, y'all. They knew what was about to happen. That's why it happened to where that one dude at the yellow shirt went inside and came back out. He had the brown paper bag with money. He got paid by somebody. And the only other person that would have had that type of money to pay at that time, what people are saying is Jay Prince Jr. And so y'all saying that, y'all figuring it out. We looking into it and trying to see, you know, making sense of the whole situation. We want to send the condolences to Takeoff, the whole family, Migos, Quavo, and everybody like that, right? And so what y'all got to do is basically stay tuned. Verse something like that, that means they don't want to show their plates because they know that it's somebody that they trying to avoid, like getting seen. And y'all got to understand that they all jumped in their cars and left exactly at the same exact time. They said it was 3 cars, a Yukon Denali, a Escalade, and a Tahoe. And one of them dudes jumped in a Suburban and they skirted off and left. They hit the left, but the most important thing is how the fact that they backed out of it, and you can see how the headlights pull up and then you see it going backwards. That means they was in reverse getting ready to make sure that that dude gets away. And that's why everybody took off, and it was like at the same time instance as if that they had this whole thing already knowing on their mind like it was planned or something like that, man. Hey, look, guys, man, RIP to Takeoff, man. This whole thing is crazy, but the fact that it's making it a bad look on Houston, and every one of y'all is talking about how now people don't want to show up or check in with them or nothing. Like, why does people have to actually check in with them? That's what they're all asking. And so the fact that even though the Migos did, and look how it went for them. Look how it went for them. They went and tried to do everything that Houston said to do. They went there and checked in with every one of them. J. Prince Jr., all the guys there, they were riding in Fifth Ward with them. Like, what's the point of even going there and everything like that? Like, what did they even look at? That's the crazy thing. And then how is it that the dude that it was his birthday party ends up leaving early and going, like, he didn't even cut the cake. They did not light no candles or cut no cake. Like, we didn't see that on any of those stories. All them Instagram pictures and stories that we looked at, it was no candles, no cake. They didn't do that. The dude he was there, and then all of a sudden, just like all the blink of an eye, the dude was gone, and then everything happens. And then how did the dude in the yellow shirt end up hiding and ducking down and then running inside after everything happened and had enough time to grab a bag, a brown paper bag that everybody's saying that he grabbed? Like, y'all figured it out that he got that brown paper bag, and it could have been allegedly money in there or whatever. But all they know is that J. Prince Jr. wiped the stuff off of his face, and he came back into the building, and he went inside, and it was like he walked by. And that's why everybody's saying, why didn't he go and do anything to help? And that's why everybody's looking at it like, dang, man, this is crazy. They know exactly what's going on. Like, everybody now sees it for what it is and exactly what happened out there. And you just have to realize that this thing is an entire situation that could have been avoided. Like, they either knew about it or they could have stopped it from happening in the first place. Because how is it that the weirdest argument ever breaks out? Like, y'all ever seen it? And right after that, the dude pulls up. Whole time it was a distraction. That argument was actually a distraction so that the one guy could get right up on Takeoff's face. And man, this thing is crazy, bro. Look, condolences go out to Takeoff and the family and everything like that, because everything is still fresh. But now you guys have figured out everything that happened. So, like, this is crazy how, if you really look at it, it's no way that dude in the yellow hoodie got away without nobody seeing him. Like, everybody seen him jump in that car and leave, and they not saying nothing about that. Like, the people who told and everything like that, you realize that they told a little bit of this and a little bit of that, just enough to get the little reward, little pieces of chicken, whatever like that, right? But then now it's like, wait, how come they didn't say anything about the car they jumped in? Like, they was parked right next to them. The three people that was parked surrounded right around that same car that the driver, the getaway driver, and the yellow shirt guy, they jumped in. And it's like the people acting like they blind or something, like they didn't see him. Three dudes just do that and then jump into the whip and take off and literally back out and everything like that. Like, the guy actually picked them up like it was valet, and the people ran right by it looking at it. They were literally looking at how the light was on and that they could see through the tent.